so hungry.
Oh, we didn't play the guessing game. That's okay. We don't have to do it every time.
Well, we can
We
guess
already
what's
know.
in the burrito.
I can't
We
wait.
can, but and maybe that would be fun. But I feel like he gets the same thing every time. So
Is this Chipotle?
of course it's Chipotle.
My Chipotle has been shit lately.
Have you
It's
gotten
been
the pollo asado
awful.
down? That's better than the
have
regular
not.
chicken.
Jared, do you know about the Pulisic Chipotle order?
Oh my god!
Have you heard about this? Did you see it in the Slack?
Yeah, I'm not hating on him.
You're not? Okay. Well, you break it down for us,
I'm pretty
Chipotle
basic.
man. You're pretty basic. Well,
yeah, you don't
do
like cheese.
That's
I
crazy.
don't do
That's
sour cream.
stalker behavior, like psycho behavior.
You don't do cheese and you don't do sour cream, so you've got the driest burrito possible.
Salsa.
There's still
I
not.
go
Right.
pollo
but
asado. Chicken back in the day. Now pollo
hold on.
asado.
Salsa is like water. It's not a lubricant. You know what I'm saying? It's liquid, but it's not a lubricant.
I got you.
Okay.
I mean, you're right on that. I'm not saying you're right on the salsa. You're right on the water
No,
part.
I'm saying salsa is like the water of the burrito. It's not a lubricant.
I don't know. If you get the pico de gallo at Chipotle, that's pretty wet.
It's not about wetness. It's about the viscosity.
Okay, got you.
I'm talking about viscosity here. Like this.
So you're saying cheese gives you viscosity?
No, I'm saying sour cream would.
Sour
for
cream
sure.
for sure.
I'm saying guac has more viscosity.
You know what else? What sour cheese and sour cream gives you? Clogged arteries and fatness.
It's not. That's not wrong.
Guilty.
It's not wrong.
So
That's not
I just go. These days I'm pollo asado. Originally I was chicken, but I go to pollo asado. I've liked that since they brought that in. Then I go white rice. Most of the time extra rice. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't get much on the other side.
So
Pinto
you're like
beans.
you like a bulbous, bulby.
Yeah, no, not too big, but decent. Pinto beans,
Just isolate that. Just go ahead and isolate that.
and then if the fajita veggies look fresh,
I see.
I'll go fajita veggies. If they don't look fresh, they
You
look like
know-
they just died, I'll skip them.
But here's the thing about fajita.
And then
veggies.
the hot salsa, and that's it. That's all I do.
Okay, so let me ask you about the fajita veggie thing because again, I'm not a Chipotle guy. I've maybe eaten it once in the last 5 years, and I think it would probably be different in that place than if you went to a restaurant and sat down and ordered a fajita, right? Because you get the sizzling plate and everything's supposed to be fresh right there. You want the snap. You want the crisp
Yeah.
fajita veggies. You do like that snap inside.
I want the pepper to craft to
crap?
crack.
You want the cracked. He wants the cracked pepper.
I want the snap when I bite
Because
into it. Yeah.
I understand that texture thing, but I think that fajita veggies cooked not to death, but cooked like a lot have more flavor. So I want the flavor that comes from more cooking than the texture issue.
I feel differently.
Okay.
My
I don't
Chipotle
know.
lately, like the rice has had either too much salt or too much
Nick,
cilantro.
Nick, can I guess your order?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
God, that's so gross. That is just so gross.
First of all, it's a burrito.
Oh man.
lately, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna say white rice. I know you were just complaining about it a little bit. White rice.
Yep.
You guys do this. I'm gonna go get a drink. Be right.
I'm gonna say pinto beans. I don't think you do black beans. I'm gonna go pinto beans for you. I'm gonna go pico de gallo for salsa because you don't like the heat. Cheese, sour cream.
What makes
Man,
you think
I-
I don't like the heat?
I don't know. I've never heard you say like you liked hot sauce.
I eat hot wings.
Okay. Still going pico. No, I'm gonna go corn salsa for you. Corn salsa. That's as a middle America as it gets. Corn salsa. Corn salsa, and then cheese, sour cream. I don't think you do guacamole, and I hope you don't do lettuce. So I'm just gonna leave it at that.
You're pretty close.
Did I say your meat? I'm saying steak.
You did not say my meat.
Steak.
So you're going steak. Okay.
Steak.
You're pretty close.
Okay.
I do white rice. Lately, the white rice has been terrible. They put too much cilantro, and it's just ugh. I do chicken. I don't do any beans.
Really?
No beans. No beans.
You don't like the flavor of beans, or what's the deal?
I'm not a beans guy. I don't like baked beans. I don't like. Yeah, I just don't
No
like
beans. Oh, okay.
Interesting.
You're correct on corn salsa,
No frijoles for Nick.
sour cream and cheese. That's it.
Okay.
I've done guacamole on it once, and it was a big regret. It was awful. Not good.
I like the guacamole on the side for chips, but I wouldn't put it on my burrito.
Guac's not supposed to be a. It's not supposed to be in there. I mean, that's a very white person
The
thing to
chips
do.
and guacamole, yes, I agree, are good. I put it in the burrito, and that was a massive mistake.
Well, this is
Jason's
riveting.
Chipotle order, no one knows.
I honestly, I can't remember what I got last time. It was probably a bowl. I'm not a big burrito, like the big thing, and I don't know. It's just not my thing.
Oh, do that again for the camera.
You were talking about. Never mind.
What's your podcast you're listening to these days?
What's my what?
What podcast
podcast?
you listen to these days?
I don't know. I got like 50 that. I get annoyed when I don't get like a new one from the 50 or 60 that I'm subscribed to.
See, I'm into the true crime, so
I don't. If you
Did
want
you
to
listen to me
true-
on Trivial Warfare?
I did. We listened. Yeah, we listened on the drive up to San Francisco.
Awesome.
And I on your gauntlet, I thought I had it all right. I can't remember what the first question was. It was
The
Frontier.
airline. Yep.
I was like, "There's no way they're going to put the name of the airline in the question."
That's
category.
what I thought.
So I went with Spirit,
Yeah.
and I was like, I couldn't believe it, but I got the other two. I thought I had all three, dude. I thought I had it.
Yeah. I was so
guys-
pissed because, like, and again, this is on behind a paywall, so I don't expect people to go and listen to it.
Well, there's also the fact that everything you're saying, it's like the teacher in Charlie Brown.
It's a trivia podcast. It's a game show, basically. And so I was on with a partner, and so honestly, if it was me and the other team on one team and my partner, we were playing against my partner, the partner would have won.
He did some heavy lifting. He did some
I
heavy
didn't
lifting.
contribute shit in that episode.
And Nick missed the soccer question.
the one
no.
the one sports question we got
I missed it too, though, Nick.
was the soccer question. The question
What was
which player in La Liga had won the most Ballon d'Ors?
No, it wasn't Ballon d'Ors. It was a scoring title or something like that. It wasn't Ballon d'Ors.
You're right.
I don't think.
Golden Boot.
And I had gone with,
You're right. It
I
was.
went with Fat Ronaldo in my head. That's what I was going with
Wasn't there long enough
because I didn't think Messi had enough. But that was just like he just played so many years there. Like that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
thing.
You
Was
sure
it
wasn't
Messi?
Ballon d'Ors?
It was,
Was it
Messi,
Messi?
and he went Ronaldo.
Okay,
He went Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah.
I'll have to go back and listen to it. I could have
Because
sworn it was
Ronaldo's more of a
Ballon d'Ors.
scorer than Messi is. You know,
That's true, but with yeah, that's true.
it's the amount of years in La Liga that did it. And I was thinking, I
So-
thought Ronaldo just ran really hot for a couple of years.
My
Fat
thing is
Ronaldo.
my thing with podcasts is that I get I'll get annoyed with them after a while and then drift away and then come back. I've been trying to keep up on Ukraine stuff, even though it bums me out. So
I don't do that through podcasts, though.
I've been listening to Ezra Klein because he does interesting interviews on it, but he's okay.
Is
he
that,
doesn't annoy me that
NPR?
much. No, it's New York Times.
Oh,
I listen to these English dudes do history stuff called The Rest. I'm history. If you saw my list, you'd think some of it is just mind-numbingly boring stuff. It's a lot of history.
you would think that
So-
I'm a killer.
You do a lot of true crime. See, I don't even have that much true crime in
I
here.
don't do any true crime.
I have criminal, which is not even true crime. It's just like episodic, like different crime stories, but they're not like unsolved mysteries and they're not even always murders and stuff. They're sometimes just like kind of innocuous stuff.
Yeah.
I have a podcast with these guys who talk about QAnon, like from making fun of it and looking into it and that stuff. They get annoying with their shtick, so then I get annoyed with them and I stop listening. But I want to hear what's happening in QAnon land because I'm fascinated by the idiocy of everything. So
My podcast listening has taken a massive hit. Since I switched jobs 5 years ago, I used to work on the factory floor, and for 8 hours of my shift, I would have headphones on. I'd listen to you guys all the time at work. But like now, I work in a call center, so I can't listen to podcasts at work.
right.
And
And your commute's not that long, huh?
my commute is only 15 minutes. So like I really only listen to that Trivial Warfare podcast for the most part. But like
That's because you're buddies with Jonathan, right?
yeah, I mean we've hung out a couple times at like podcasting conferences. He's a good dude. He's actually been here to Toledo and we played trivia at a pub here in Toledo with a bunch
I
of
actually think
listeners
the
from there.
girl on the show is the best part. What's her name?
You like Carmela?
Oh yeah, And I think Ben too. I think Ben's
Ben's
really
cool.
good, but I don't know. But for me, true crime. If you like true crime, I like long form true crime. Like I want like a whole season on one case kind of thing. You know,
Yeah, you
like,
could, well,
Kind
you
of like
should
the
listen
first
to,
season of Serial.
first case of serial. Yeah,
You
exactly.
should listen
like
to
that.
the one that the Cincinnati Enquirer does.
Is that not called Criminal?
Well, it's interesting you say that, Jason, in Cincinnati, because I'm convinced all the murders happen in Ohio. You guys have the every time I listen to true crime, it's someone's dead in Ohio. You guys murder people out there, dude. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, what is
But
going on in Ohio?
anyway,
speak for Ohio, Nick. Come on. Speak for
I
Ohio, everybody.
Can't.
Let's do it.
Sorry.
the long form one that I just listened to 2 seasons. That's all there is of it. Was To Live and Die in L.A. And that's
Okay.
like
I did not listen. Did I listen to that one? Okay, go ahead.
it's a guy named Neil Strauss. He's a Rolling Stone writer, and he's a reporter and he and a private investigator look into 2 different murders that happened.
Let me see if I could find any that and see if you listen to them or you know about them. This is by last update, so some of them haven't updated in a while. So give me a
My
second
other
here.
true crime one is True Crime Garage
Let's see.
because they got
See,
a
that's-
Jason and they got a Jared.
that kind of thing where it's like yokels talking about. I don't know. That one does that kind of. I mean, maybe I give them a chance.
Why is it
but
yokels?
I don't know. I don't. It's not fair for me to say
because
that,
they're not
but-
like investigators or something
Yeah,
like that.
like I would rather listen to like the reporters telling the story about looking into a case or interviewing the police and interviewing all those
Yeah.
people rather than people just
Then you would
talk
like
through.
To Live and Die in L.A. Then I checked that
Okay,
one out.
yeah,
if you
I
haven't
want.
seen it.
So I like the ones that are like produced by professional investigation organizations,
Yeah.
whatever that is. Like those are the ones I really like. In terms of true crime,
You gotta
So-
shoot me some then.
Well, I'm looking. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Because again, this is by
Your feed is
most-
so long that you just had 2 minutes and you can't find it.
I have a lot in
pretty
here
much.
too, but
Dude, I got
Um,
too much stuff going on. Dirty John, do you listen to Dirty John?
I listened to that. Yeah, I heard that.
And they did a movie off of it.
Yeah.
Room 20. Do you remember?
Don't know that one.
That's an LA Times one. I'm not sure. This one's this one's good. It's not really true crime and like there's a murder to be solved. It's about a guy who's a defense attorney in where I don't remember. It's not. It's like California. It's Southern California, but it's not. It's like San Bernardino or something. His name
That's
is
me.
called the Trials of Frank Carson. I don't know where
San Bernardino's
exactly.
me.
Yeah, but hold on. I'm gonna find out where because it's not. It's
Well,
even
my
fur-
all-time favorite long-form one is S-Town. I don't think there's ever been a better
Yeah.
podcast than S-Town.
I tried that
for
one
me.
and I couldn't get into that one.
You
Really,
like-
Nick?
Yeah. Maybe I'll try it again.
I've listened. That's the only thing I've ever listened to twice.
Where
like, on
this is?
podcast.
I was very wrong. Where's Stanislaus County?
Oh, I think that's.
That's way out, right?
Yeah,
that's
that's not near me.
Okay, so it's in California, but it's like midway up, right? Like it's far away enough. It's not L.A. It's definitely not Northern California.
I think so.
So this is a guy's a defense attorney, and he basically got railroaded by the local DA. He was already like old, but they came after him for a murder that he clearly had nothing to do with. It's really interesting, and he's a character, so it's worth listening for that too. Let's see. In terms of true crime,
Oh, sorry, you said Room
What else?
20.
I can't remember what Room 20 is about, but I have it in my feed. So
Well,
take
for
a
the
look at it.
listeners out there, if you've got a good long-form true crime podcast, shoot it to me in the Slack. I would love to know. I just
here's a-
finished the ones I was listening to.
Here's
I
a
did
good
listen
one.
to Wait, Don't Tell Me today. That's because I
I
have
haven't
commute.
listened to that
That's game show,
forever.
right?
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah. It's current events, game show-ish, yeah. NPR.
Suspect is a good one. That's from Wondery. That's a good one.
Okay.
Did you listen to any of the?
How does SiriusXM not have a true crime channel? Do they?
They don't. They are doing podcasts now, and they're all on
Yeah,
their
they are.
app.
I hear it all the time on the radio.
I mean, Hope Solo had a podcast on our channel.
Yeah. Had
Then she went and got arrested. Did you hear what she got arrested for, Jared?
I heard it was like endangering a child and like being drunk driving, right?
It was DUI, kids in the car. Yeah, I think possession of marijuana was in there.
Actually, I don't know what influence she was under, but
This
I was
hopefully.
shocked.
I'm not. I don't want to. I don't know anything about it. I just know that she got. Did you listen to any of the shows about Elizabeth Holmes and Theranos? Any of that? Did you like? Do you like that story?
Elizabeth Holmes, is that the Italian one?
No, Elizabeth Holmes started the company that said they could test blood with a dot, or with a little tiny dot of blood, it was all a
Oh,
con.
she raised a bunch of money or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. She just got convicted. Like the trial just happened, but she
Isn't
started.
there? Didn't they just make a Netflix show about that or a movie?
I
about
haven't
that?
watched it yet. It's called Dropout. There's a podcast. It's based on a podcast called The Dropout.
I finally just watched Tinder Swindler.
I haven't
Swindler.
watched it. I haven't watched
That's
it.
that's
Is
good.
it good?
I like it. I like those kind of things.
Firebug is very good. Firebug's about a guy who's setting fires in Southern California.
Oh,
they
okay. I'd
caught
be into
him.
that because that's local.
Let's see. Oh,
I was telling
Accused.
Nikki.
The one from the Cincinnati Enquirer is called Accused, and it's got like 4 seasons, and they're all really, really good.
And each season is a different story.
Each season is a different case.
Okay, that's cool. I was telling Nick that I'm kind of obsessed right now on my YouTube watching like off-road trail videos, trying to plan out what I'm gonna do when I get my new 4x4, and I'm trying to map
what
out
did you just say? What did you just say? What did you just say?
when I get my new 4x4.
You're getting a 4x4?
Yeah,
Are
well,
you gonna
it's-
get are you gonna get one of those trucks like Marty McFly had in Back to the Future?
no, but there's a kit car that someone's making that looks like that, like a new car that they're making look like Marty McFly's.
You got to be a little impressed too that I know that there's a truck at the end of Back to the Future. with
Yeah, it's one of the
Marty
5
McFly.
movies you've seen.
But okay, so what's the
Well,
the
I mean,
thing?
what
What was he going to do with the truck, though?
I-
what was he going to do with the
me
truck?
or Marty?
No, I'm asking Nick
Oh, me.
what Marty
Oh.
McFly was going to do with the truck at the end of Back to the Future.
I
What
know.
was he going to do with the truck?
Wasn't he going to take her out on a date? They were going to go camping.
lake.
They were going to go.
to the lake.
To the lake.
Yeah,
Take
with,
Jennifer to the lake.
Do some necking.
We're going to take Jennifer. He was going to take Jennifer.
And
to the
then
lake.
the next movie came in, and it was a different Jennifer.
True.
Yes,
And I don't
they
know the whole
switched to
story behind
Jennifers.
that.
Because it was Elizabeth Shue, and she got big, and they couldn't bring her back or something. They couldn't get her signature because she had just done Karate Kid or whatever, something.
Yeah.
Well,
I
she
think it
was
was
in the
Elizabeth
second
Shue.
one. She was not in the first one.
Oh, they switched it from the other way
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Okay. I can't remember. I heard
Look
this
at me
now.
knowing movie things.
Murder in Illinois, not Ohio. Murder in Illinois, also a very good one.
Well, great,
That's
because I'm
about
going to Illinois this week. So
a guy accused
try
of
to get
killing
out
his
to get
family.
So anyway,
That
yeah,
one.
I'm getting a 4x4. So I got the big thing between my wife and I. So I got the last new car, and we usually it is my first new car in a long time, and she was due to get a new car next. And when I got mine,
when you say that, you mean like the car stopped working and you had to buy another one, or like what?
no,
what is
it's
the?
just time to upgrade?
You just want to. You guys have both agreed that it'd be not good to have a new car, and you like.
Yeah.
So
We usually like to have one paid off.
this is not judgment. Okay, so that's
It
what I was
feels
gonna
like
ask,
it,
because
to be honest with you.
because because I'm gonna give you the context if you just wait, motherfucker.
Okay.
Okay, so I just paid my car off. My wife's car's been paid off for a little while. I just paid my car off. So we are now currently without car payment. And I was like, hey, I can get a new
It's
car.
good life.
And she was like, no, why would you get a new car? Now we have no car payment.
Mm.
And I'm like, well, my car's nothing fancy, nothing nice. I bought it when
But
I
with a
actually had
baby
nothing.
and an older son now, do you have the right car for that kind of
So
family?
we're not super like there's not a lot of like going places and taking a bunch of stuff that happens, but no, she's got a small SUV. She's got a Nissan Rogue. That's the
Yeah.
biggest car we have.
Okay. That's it.
And it's got but it doesn't have the thing about that car is you look at that car and go, that's pretty there's no storage in that car.
Right.
Like the back is so small. You open it up, you're like, there's nothing here. The back row is right there on top of you. I have more trunk space in my little
Yeah,
coupe.
I'm coaching soccer. I got so many discs in the back of my car.
Oh, by the way, I
Soccer
drove
bag.
by a disc golf store in Pensacola when I was down there. Didn't stop, just drove by it. Just like, oh look, Jared. Would like
Why
that.
would you? Why would you
Well-
play with the gift that I gave you?
I had my whole a car full of people. I was driving a Rav4 rented, which was actually nicer, bigger size for the people we had than the car I have here. To be honest with you.
I'll be honest with you. This is one of those things where we're making enough money that it's a luxury kind of thing for us. So so
That's
I-
where
when I-
that's
when
where
I-
the adulting comes in.
when
for
I
us.
picked
We
my
put
car,
all the
I
money
picked
into it.
a 2019. I got a 2018. No, 2018. I got 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee, which I love. I loved it. I picked
Wait,
it
so
out.
you bought this off a new car lot.
yes.
It was a year older model. They still have them a lot.
Yes, it was right around the cusp of it. Yeah, and I researched it. I got exactly what I wanted, with the exception of one thing. my wife nixed the 4x4 part of it, which was going to be like another $5,000, and it was going to be like $30 a month difference. I was like, come on, babe. Like, come on. Like,
Push button
and-
4x4. That
and
whole
then
thing?
I have literally not given her a moment's peace about that decision for 3 years. All the times where, like, right now, if I had 4-wheel drive, I'd just go over that curb and we'd be out of here. Like I like in the rain or dirt. I'm like, babe, I would totally be okay right now. If my real reasoning is when the race war happens, I'm gonna be able to get out of town. When all that stuff goes down, and all these like weird, like QAnon people you're talking about, when they wreck the world for all of us, I'm gonna go into the mountains and never be seen again.
You'll die in a week. You kidding me? We're
I
all
was a
dead
Cub
in a
Scout.
week. We're all dead in a week, dude. Once the packaged food runs out, we are motherfucking dead.
Oh,
all
for
of
sure.
us.
All right, but so anyway, so because she just changed jobs, she was next. She was supposed to get the next new car when it was time, and because she has changed to she works from home now. It's like she doesn't need a car. She never drives. Like she has the same tank of gas. The last time she paid for gas was before Russia invaded Ukraine. I mean, it was she paid like $4 a gallon, and it's still half a tank. Like it's a hybrid, and she doesn't drive. So it's kind of like, okay, like go get what you want. So now, Daddy's getting his 4x4.
So
So
you going back? You going back to the Cherokee, or are you looking?
Yeah,
at
I'm getting
something
they just had a new body style that came out. So like I'm into that, and it's the what's called the Trailhawk, which is the 4x4 in their line. Other than the Rubicon on the Wrangler side, it is like the best like 4x4 they have.
else? Interesting.
And you guys probably don't know this, but I had a Jeep back in the day when I was a single
No,
man.
I
before
do know this
Okay.
because we talked about your hand signal and all the Jeep people being like, "What up, Jeep here person? Hi, Jeep guy or Jeep guys."
Yes.
That's they make those in Toledo.
Yeah.
Jeeps. They make
Yeah.
Jeeps in Toledo.
Jeep, actually, the Jeep Wrangler is the most American-made car on the market in terms of parts, labor, and everything. More of the Jeep Wranglers made in America than any other car.
Do you know
America.
the origin of the Jeep?
Well, it came from the Willys.
Yeah, it came from the Willys, but like military applications, and then sort of like how
my
the
buddy had
Hummer went from-
my buddy in high school, or right after high school, he had a 1946 Willys. That it had like a tractor motor they had put in it at some point,
Wow.
and it was taller than the hood, so there was a big hole cut out in it, and he had a salad bowl riveted into the whole hood, so it looked like R2-D2 was on his hood, and it was painted the same color as everything else, and he had like, I told me he should have painted like R2-D2. That would have been badass. I have a co-pilot in the front.
Sure,
didn't
that would have
happen.
been crazy. Yeah.
You didn't have enough fun. You didn't
Patton
have
died.
enough fun.
Patton died in a Jeep. That's all I know. Patton got killed in a car wreck.
Really?
In Europe.
I didn't
in a
know that.
Jeep. Yeah, that's how Patton died. You didn't know that?
Huh, I
Did
didn't
not
know
know
that.
that.
Yeah. Died in an accident. He was in a Jeep. Anyway,
Check us out, educating people.
I don't think I'm going to get. I mean, I don't know. The thing that I do, we don't have an. We
What,
haven't had
what
a
direction
serious
would you
discussion.
go if you got the clearance?
So, am I being like practical, like my real self, or am I dreaming?
What's a responsible amount of money to buy a car that's right for your life? No, you don't give me a
Responsible amount
figure.
of
Just tell me. Imagine you're
Oh,
going to
like
spend
the
a responsible
range.
amount. Yeah.
I mean, I honestly.
No, don't give me a number. I don't want to know your cost
No,
rate.
no,
That's
no,
your
I'm not
personal.
giving you a number.
What car is in that range though that you find you like?
I'm not doing so because I'm not actively doing research. My knowledge base is pretty limited, and I don't have like a thing like, oh, I want that car. Other than I've dreamt about having an Audi, like a sports car, for 30 years. But that's not going to happen, right? I don't have the lifestyle for that.
So when you're out there on
So,
the street, what's something under $60,000 that you look at and you think, oh, I'd like to have that?
I read a review of, and this is crazy because 15 years ago I never would have said this, but I read a review of the Kia Telluride that makes me want a Kia Telluride.
I've heard good things about them.
Yeah. And it's, it looks like an SUV is supposed to look. I never thought of myself as an SUV guy because I'm like, oh, they're gas
I have two of
guzzlers
them.
and they're rah, 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 rah. And then
What's that,
now
Nick?
I'm like,
We have two SUVs.
What are yours?
My wife just got a Chevy Trailblazer. I'm sorry, a Chevy Traverse about 2 months ago.
Okay. Four-wheel drive?
And no, I think it's just all-wheel
The
drive.
fact that you don't know and you have to think about it, come on, dude.
what's the
I'm
difference
not a
between
car
all-wheel
guy.
drive and four-wheel drive?
Well, you're
What's
driving the
difference?
snow, dude. You don't
What's
know
the
that you have to put chains on?
No,
What's the difference between
we just
all-wheel
know how to
and
drive
four-wheel
in the snow.
All-wheel drive means that
It kicks in.
no, it means at all times that's going on.
Okay.
You have it. 4-wheel drive, you actually you lock in and then you're in four-wheel drive at that point. But it's more directed towards very specific tires instead of being trying to direct to all the tires. So all-wheel drive is more of a safety
Oh, you're
thing.
saying four-wheel
that-
drive. Okay, I got you.
Four-wheel drive puts it to very specific tires and to try to get the most amount of traction and control to those tires.
I see.
And you have to back in the day, you had to get out of your car and actually lock the hubs.
Yeah. I had a 1986 Ford Bronco 2 that
Oh, I thought you said two. I had a
Hold on.
Mustang too. Oh,
we talked about this at one point.
Ford screwed
but,
this stuff up.
My grandmother gave us some money. I was an idiot. I went and bought this car because I found it listed somewhere. They had lifted it, so it was on. I don't know what the tires were, but they were big, and it had the locking the locks on the tires. You had to get out and lock it if you wanted to go into four-wheel drive. The thing about it, because they had lifted it, because it was a Ford Bronco 2, the thing had zero pickup. I had to wait for the biggest gap in
much weight.
traffic.
too much
Wait
weight.
for the biggest gap in traffic. And it was definitely not like it wasn't a tip over hazard really, but if I was trying to go and then I took a turn, yeah, I could have probably flipped the thing. Like it
There's
would
no Suzuki Samurai.
No, it was
Those are tipping machines.
I
Or the
put a
Ninja. Do you remember
sound
the Ninja?
system- Yeah, ninjas. Do I remember ninjas?
Or
Yeah.
Sidekick.
Sidekick. I don't know.
Ninja's a motorcycle.
I don't know. There was yeah, probably was.
Nick, what was your
Probably
first car?
The first car I ever bought, or the first car that I ever drove.
Both.
Both.
So right now, my wife has the Traverse. I have a Chevy Equinox.
Wait. Are we talking about 2022 and we're discussing your first car ever owned?
No. I'm talking about you never let me answer.
Oh,
what the
sorry. I
second car
apologize.
was.
Sorry.
So we have a Traverse because we're not car people. First of all, I'm 6'3". I don't like getting down low to get in a freaking
Bragging.
car. Yeah. First car I ever drove was a 1986 Delta 88 Oldsmobile.
Ooh, that's
88?
fly.
Wow.
That is fly. That's
86.
nice.
No, but it was a
Wow.
Delta 88.
It was a
wasn't
Delta 88.
Delta.
yeah.
It was that's confusing as hell. But yes,
I
an
know.
86 Delta 88. Yeah.
That was huge, right? Aren't those long?
Talk about trunk space, right? Did
Yeah.
you get
Big
like
trunk.
tons of trunk space?
Big trunk,
Yeah.
yep.
Like couple different bodies can go in. A couple
Like a
big
Dodge
body,
Dart.
little body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like super long, but it was. Yeah, I mean, it was a 4-door.
Hold on, I
Family
want
car.
to. We are on video, right? If we wanted to pull
Yeah.
in a picture of this,
Good.
Go ahead. You keep talking, and I'm gonna look for this. Go ahead.
The
we should
second
bring up
car-
a picture of all of our first cars.
we should do that.
I'll
what color?
put
what color, Nick?
It was
I'll put a
gray.
link in for mine.
It was what?
It was gray.
Gray. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna find gray, but let me see.
Oh, what'd you boot
If
me?
I-
Oh, there we go.
Hold on. Oops. No. Let's go with this one because this is from an ad, which I think is great. So let's see if we can do this.
You keep kicking me out of here.
Who does?
Oh, I was typing. And I don't think I was in the right thing.
I'm like, why am I? As far as my second car, my dad had a Nissan truck with like the extended cab in the back where
Yeah.
the seats folded in sideways, and so you would sit side. Yes,
There's the Delta 88. Look at that thing. It's not huge. He's right. It's not huge. It's just got that style, that
Yeah.
old Oldsmobile style. That's. I would love to see Nick in that thing.
Rolling deep.
Look at those
What
hubcaps,
was-
Jared.
okay,
Look at those hubcaps.
When you look at that car, Nick, I'm not sure if that link is going to work, Jason. I'll try to find you another one. When you look at that car, Nick, what is the song that you hear that's playing in that car when you're driving it back in the day?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
because for Christmas one year
Did that
I
link
got-
work? Did that link work, did Jason?
Hold on. You put a link in for your car?
Yeah, in the private chat. Sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
No, it did not work. It did not. It does not go any. Oh, you know why? Because for some reason it didn't. The whole thing didn't get in there. Let me check. I got it. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Okay.
So one year for Christmas, one of my gifts was a CD player. That was a
Nice.
big deal because we had the tape deck
Did it go in the dash or in the
in the
compartment?
dash, in the dash, and it had the little the removable face.
Nice.
So that was a big deal.
Safety first.
My first, the song that really I think about, man, that's a tough question. This would have been, I started really driving in 98.
Just what song comes to your mind when you
I know,
look
I'm
at
just
that
trying to think. I'm trying to think of,
or even album.
I have the answer for this. As soon as we bring up my car, I have the answer for this.
shit. Probably Dave.
Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah, I rode around
Okay.
listening to that a lot.
We want to do
Making
yours
out to
next
Dave in
or
the
mine,
back seat.
Jared? You want to do yours next?
Whatever, whichever one you're ready.
All right. This is yours. That's
That's
the,
Wow.
a 19. That's a 74, but it's almost the exact same thing. Mine was. It's a 1976
look at
Mustang
that
2.
sweep on the back
Mach
back
1.
end. Woo! It's almost a hatchback situation, right?
Yeah, it was a
I feel like-
hatchback.
I feel like it's
Okay.
sitting in front of the Brady Bunch house.
Kinda
Yeah, that's
is,
not my old house. That's just a picture I found online. But
Now, see, in terms of like look, that crushes the Delta 88. In terms of
Yes,
look, come on.
100%.
Probably crushes.
That-
I mean, definitely crushes mine too. That's
we bought that
crushes
for
it.
$1,100 used.
Oh,
That
Man,
was
that-
that was my gift as
You-
my 16th year birthday.
This was the color.
gift.
This was
Yeah,
the color.
that was the exact color in
So you had
combo.
the black underbody like that.
Yep, yep.
Wow.
that's
Okay.
nice.
But you see,
guys
it looks
ready?
nice because it's a Mustang Mach 1, but it's a Mustang 2. So it's like it's the economy version. It doesn't have the same. It's a 302 instead of a 350.
So
or
you saved some
350,
cash on the
351.
gas. You were like,
Yeah, but it's just
I
that
got
it's just not as
312.
cool, man. It's not as cool
No,
as
sure,
Mustang
but,
2.
but come on.
Was it
When you-
loud?
And for me, just like a normal V8. Yeah, a 1970s V8. It's just not like I had it like big muffler on it or anything like that. But the song that comes to my mind, or the album that comes to my mind when I see that, is Rage Against the Machine self-titled first album. That is 100% what was bumping in that car.
All right.
Bomb track.
You ready for
all
mine?
day long.
You ready for mine?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember if it was a 90. Might have been an 89.
I'm gonna say yours looks like something a guy could deal drugs out of.
This is my.
Yes,
This is,
that is. Is that a Cutlass?
this
What is it?
Pontiac. It's a Pontiac Grand Am.
Yeah.
is what
Grand
this
Am.
is. Now I
Wait,
think
yours had
hold
the
on.
back, the ass end look like that?
No, let me do something. Let me check because I just realized that
That
that's
looks
a
like a
two-door.
Brat almost.
That's a 2-door. I don't think
Yeah.
I had it. I'm pretty sure I had a 4-door. So hold on, let me see if I can find
Yeah.
a good one.
I had some
But
friends that had that.
But in terms of one thing about the Pontiac and I don't know if it was like all of the cars from Pontiac, but for some reason that car had like it didn't have a subwoofer in it, but for some reason it had killer bass in the factory stereo. So I would and I was super into hip hop and rap music at the time. So it was all like I remember Bone Thugs and Harmony playing a lot.
Miss
in
my
that
Uncle
car.
Charles, y'all.
A lot. And I want to say, here we go. This is maybe better. I want to say that my car also had this gray, you're going to see it here in a second as soon as I load it in. This gray detail on the bottom, that gray area thing.
Man,
Nice.
that is a nose right there.
Yeah.
So my friends that I know that had Grand Ams around that same time, what I remember about them is that the interior was like terry cloth,
yeah.
like almost like had
Yeah.
like a rolled terry cloth like to it. Like it was really thick texture to
It was
the
weird.
fabric.
Yeah. It was not
Don't want
like-
to spill
yeah.
in that car.
Yeah, it wasn't going to come out.
Yeah.
If I remember that.
We
Yeah.
had a yellow Labrador dog, and we would
Good.
use that
If
car
it was a cat, it was gonna be weird.
to right. We would use that car to take him to like vet appointments and take him for rides and stuff.
The
And the
88.
dog hair got, you just could never get it out. And so, like, I mean, I'm sure you gave your cars nicknames. Your friends gave your
I
cars
didn't.
nicknames.
Not
Like,
until-
because it was an Oldsmobile and it was always Harry, we called it Harold.
I was gonna say Old Harry.
Well, that would have worked too, but Harold. And then, so like, I left for college and my sister had to drive around Harold for, however many years until that thing officially died.
So you didn't need a car at college?
My car should
My freshman year, no. My second year, I took the truck up. My dad gave me the truck and he got a new car.
Yeah, I had mine for about 3 years, and then I got an RX-7, and then I got my Jeep after that.
But the first car, I actually went to like the car dealership and bought like for the first time.
New?
This brand new would have been in the it was January 2005, and I got a Chevy Equinox.
Mine was either 2000 or 2001. With the Equinox you have now?
No. I just so I had the Chevy Equinox. My wife was driving a Pontiac G6.
Sunbird.
It was a G6.
Oh, okay.
And then we found out we were having twins.
Dun, dun, dun.
And at that point, the Equinox was not going to be big enough. The back end was not big enough to fit a double stroller.
Yeah.
So we had to upgrade and we got a Trailblazer.
Need more junk in the trunk. Okay.
Yes.
I like you keeping it American. You guys are keeping it American.
Well,
First thing I bought.
I will say this. I will say this.
Yeah.
I did not have a choice. My father-in-law is a lifer at GM.
I see. Okay.
And
So
what?
you would.
He was a
works
lifer at
GM.
General Motors. He
Oh.
retired after 45 years working.
So good
Would have
discount.
killed you if you
Sarah's
if you bought it.
family, she still has 4 family members who work at GM. Sarah's grandpa.
That's the
GM.
most Midwest thing you have ever said on this show. That is the most mid-ass West thing I've ever heard.
So like
Yes.
I wanted to get like a Japanese car. Like my parents had so when I got the truck when I took that to school, my dad bought a Toyota Avalon. Like he drove that thing to like last year. Like it lasted.
My wife will still not shut up about the Toyota. What was the one that lasted forever? The Toyota built
Camry.
Camry. She had I think it was a Camry, something like that. She had a car that she drove, 200,000 miles, all this stuff. So yeah, for sure.
But like so like the even thought of me because at one point we were like, look, I don't want to buy and it was a very big struggle with my wife. She
But did you
she's
get a
like,
discount from them?
did get a discount.
Okay.
yes.
So it's
That
it was
helps.
just good.
Helps a
First
little
car I
bit.
ever bought new,
A little bit.
about
Little bit.
2001, Chevy Silverado 1500. And I remember put the spray in bed liner, got a 6-inch lift on it, bigger tires. Not 4-wheel drive, though.
That's a single guy's truck.
Oh, for sure. Big ass Bad Religion sticker on the back of it.
Oh, man, I didn't buy it.
That was
I
the
didn't-
first one that had a name. My roommates in college called it. No, it was parked in front of the house, and there was this neighbors who, because we were like a college house in an entirely residential neighborhood of old people, and they hated us. And one day the neighbors were walking by the front. We had the windows open. We heard them talking about our cars and how we were parked, just like that. And they pointed at mine, and that one, it looks like a death trap. So it was called the Death Trap after that.
Nice.
That's actually a badass name.
Yeah.
Never had a car with a name. I don't think I even bought a new car until like I got a lot of help from my mom after I got married the first time, and we bought like I think it was there was a Kia. I bought a Kia, and I paid it off, and then like literally the month I paid it off, the engine completely seized up, and there was just nothing to be done, and they weren't gonna fucking fix it.
Right.
And then, this is the best part of the story, and we'll finish with this. So I took it to the dealer to have them fix it. And again, not under warranty or whatever. I don't know what I was trying to. I don't know. I didn't have a lot of money, but I think maybe people were willing to help me pay to fix it. And it sat on their lot, and I had no car. And I was like borrowing my wife's in-laws' shitty Cutlass that had been sitting in their front yard, leaves stuck down in the engine, and squirrels making nests. And I'm trying to drive this thing to work, and it's quitting on the highway. So I'm pissed, and I keep calling the dealer like, "Hey, what's going on?" They like whatever. They weren't doing anything. So somebody treated me shitty. So I'm not really the complaining kind of guy, but I made a complaint, or I called corporate or something. Next thing I know, there's an ad on Craigslist that says I'm selling some like souped up, aftermarket laden car.
Put your
and I'm
phone
selling
number on
it,
it?
selling it cheap, and it's got my phone number on it. So I'm starting getting calls like over and over going, I want to buy your car. I want to buy your car. Eventually, I could tell. I lived in a small town at the time. That I wasn't getting calls from people who wanted to actually buy this thing they thought was listed. I was getting calls from the guys in the shop trying to fuck with me because they were mad that I got them in trouble because they treated my car like shit. So I was like, I know what you're doing. Like, I know what you're doing. I'm not an idiot. Like, I understand you put this ad out to fuck with me. Whatever, no. Like, it was so, like, it was the most childish shit I've ever dealt with as an adult. But it was hilarious. Because, I mean, in the end, it didn't matter. But it was like, you guys were so pissed at me. You placed a fake
That's some
ad.
petty shit.
Anyway. All right. Let's, we said 15 minutes. Did we go 15 minutes?
Oh, we have more than
Plus
15.
20.
Yeah, a little bit more. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for
Yes.
listening to the best bonus show. Talk to you guys soon. Maybe next time we'll be drunk. Bye.